So this is the Shark Navigator bagless upright, resplendent in a lovely shade of lavender with silver accents. This is what you get in the box. If you haven't seen my unboxing video, I'll just take you through everything that comes with this machine. You get the handheld turbo brush with a rotating brush. That's ideal for doing your pet hairs, cleaning your stairs and your upholstery. You also get this very, very useful extra long crevice tool. Most crevice tools you get nowadays sort of like this length. Some of the better ones about 30 centimeters like you get on SIBO cleaners. But a lot of the crevice nozzles nowadays, especially the ones that fit inside cylinder cleaners on the body of the cleaner, they're only like that, so they're not very useful. But this one is extra long. So that's ideal for really, getting in between like your fridge freezer and the wall, down the sides of your chairs, around your skirting boards, or up high if you've got cobwebs. So that is the extra long crevice tool. Also, very usefully, and something that a lot of manufacturers would or should provide, are these filters. These are both like a high density spongy foam, and the Shark Navigator uses both these filters. So when you're washing out the other filters, which is easy to do, when they're drying, if you still need to use the machine, you can pop these spare filters in and carry on cleaning while the other set is drying. Very useful little thing to have. Here's the cleaner then. Very compact footprint, so it's ideal if you've got quite a lot of clutter in your home or smaller rooms. So it is suited to our British homes that tend to be smaller than the American counterparts. So it is, for an upright, it's a narrow head. But I would say it's about the sort of width on a standard cylinder cleaner's suction only head. But most upright cleaners now are a little bit wider than this, maybe a couple of centimetres, 2 or 3 centimetres longer. But as I say, the smaller head does concentrate the power, and it also ensures that you can reach in between chairs and other bits of furniture, move around a bit more easier. So it's a bagless unit, as many cleaners are these days. To remove the bag, you've got the silver button, press on that, the whole bag unit comes away, and to empty, after holding it over the dustbin, you just press this catch here, and the dirt falls out of the bottom. You can also access the top as well. There's another little catch here. And excuse it, it has got some dust in. I have used this previously, so it's not pristine. This is a Cyclone Pack. If you see how many cyclones there are there, one excellent thing about this is it just lifts out. So that gives you the ability, if you need to, you can give this container a bit of a rinse out if it gets really dirty. But also, unlike Dyson bagless vacuums and majority of other bagless cleaners that have cyclones, this actual Cyclone Pack does come apart. So you can clean all that out. You can use another cylinder vacuum cleaner if you've got one to clean all the cyclones out, because they will get encased with dirt. This happens as well on most Dyson cleaners. You just can't see it because it's hidden away. I believe their new cylinder model that doesn't have filters, these cyclones are designed to clean themselves in that machine, if you're willing to pay £450+ for it. But this is a good option. It allows you to clean it out because it's all open for you. I have actually rinsed this underwater to give it a thorough clean. Once I did that, I shook it out vigorously, and then you just leave it for 24 to 48 hours. Make sure it's very dry. Don't put it over a radiator or in direct sunlight, but as long as that's bone dry before you put it back in, I see no reason why you can't rinse that through, so I've done it on a couple of occasions. So that's your Cyclone Pack, which newer Shark cleaners have done away with. I don't use that system anymore for some reason. And you've got this mesh shroud here which stops any larger debris like your pet hairs from getting into the Cyclone Pack. So that just pops back in there like that and locks into place. Here are the other filters, just lifts out, and so we have 2 filters Again, they're both a high density spongy material and they sit on top of each other. And then finally there's another fabric filter underneath, all washable, and this cage that the filters are in, you can just rinse that. Again, make sure everything is dry before putting the filters back, but they are very easy to clean, just being a spongy material. Give them a good rinse under water, squeeze them out and leave them to air dry. Then that pops back in there, and then your bag compartment, bagless container goes back and clicks into place. It's a 2-motored vacuum cleaner, so we have a 2-position switch. Obviously the 0 is for off. The first position is suction only, and then the second position is suction combined with the brush. Also, when the machine's in the upright position, when you're using the cleaning tools, the brush bar does stop automatically, even if you've got it on this dual setting. I've got a nice comfortable handle. It's quite a tall machine, although it's compact, it is quite tall, so if you're tall it's quite comfortable to use. You shouldn't find you stooping or bending. So we've got the tools, the hose on board. To remove the tools you just pull out, and you have this extension wand here, so you can attach either nozzles to that. You can put the turbo nozzle, the crevice nozzle, or there you get the onboard dusting brush, or you can connect directly to the end. This tube comes out. It has a little useful anti-tip hose lock, so as long as you've got the hose tucked under there, when you're actually using the cleaner you can pull and pull away at the hose, jiggle it about, and as you can see the machine shouldn't topple over unless you're being very violent with it. But why would you be violent? But you might be. Speaking of violent, I saw a very funny picture on Vax's Facebook page of a man who got a little bit upset with his Vax cleaner blocking up all the time, so he took a hammer to it. So anyway, I think that's probably, he needs to maintain the cleaner a bit more. But anyway, I'm sure he enjoyed that. So, and the hose will come off the hook if you need to reach up higher. For example, if you're cleaning stairs, this gives you that little bit of extra reach. I will see how far it gets up the stairs during the course of this video. I'm not sure it gets right to the top, but it is fairly long. It's better than some models. You've got your cord and you've got your quick release hook. You can either just release it at the top, or you can release both the hooks, and then you've got the cord instantly available. And like I say, this is the other tool you get. This is the onboard dusting tool. It's the... Oh my god, I can't I can't believe I've had this machine for months and I've never noticed this. This has never been off. Well, you get another crevice tool on board, because I was about to say this is the only tool that's stored on board, which seems a bit odd. But no, you get this small, so that's sort of the size of crevice tool you'd expect. So if I compare that to the additional one, as you can see, quite a difference. How could I have missed that? That is, I can't believe I missed that. Anyway, there, that's never been used because I didn't even know it was there. I think it's because it's hidden a bit behind the hose. But you'd think, looking at the instruction book, I would have seen it, but no. Even a vacuum enthusiast can miss something as blatantly obvious as that. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway. You learn something new every day, I certainly do, and that's one of my things. So in that goes. And pop it down. Pop that tool back on. So yes, you've got two onboard tools. It is a bit hidden there. Your crevice tool and your dusting brush. You can actually remove, if you get a blockage in the main head, you can take the suction unit off the motor head unit. There's a little black button there you need to press. It it's easier to do if you press it and then sort of put your knee on the base and then tug upwards. Then this hose will also come away. That's where you may get a blockage if you don't maintain your cleaner properly, or you're picking up larger particles. It could block there, so that will all come off for you to have better access. You've got a final motor filter there, and I'll just show you the underside of the cleaner. So like I say, this is a power head with a separate motor to the suction unit. It's 1200 watts, the suction unit, and the power head is 35 watts. So you've got the 12,000 watts for the suction. 12,000? No, that would be a lot, wouldn't it? 1200 watts for the suction, 35 for the power nozzle. So here's the power nozzle. Again, it's compact, but these brushes are quite stiff, and it's a very, very similar brush roll to the Morphy Richards lift away. If you want to see videos on that, I have put some videos of the Morphy Richards on my channel, which is widely available from many retailers. You can get it for around £100 from Amazon. There's different variants, but they're all equally good for cleaning. So it's a small brush roll, but it is a very effective one. You've got your side suction channels, gets a bit closer to the edge of this side than this side. And you've got two little wheels here for manoeuvrability, two larger wheels at the back. So that's the underside. And of course you've got your carry handle, which is conveniently positioned, so it makes the machine quite easy to carry upstairs. And because the cord comes out near the bottom, to prevent you sort of tripping over it or running the vacuum cleaner over it, which will damage the cord if you're not careful, Shark have provided just a little clip here, so you can clip the cord higher up out of the way. So when you're cleaning with the machine, as you can see, it keeps it out of the way of the cleaning head. Oh, there's a little bit of dirt there, that's not like me. But don't worry, there'll be a lot more dirt on there before I've finished. But I'm sure the Shark Navigator will pick it up for me. Shark claim it never loses suction. Of course, you need to keep it maintained, you don't want to overfill it, and you want to keep the filter and the cyclone clear. But I have found with the Shark and the similar Morphy Richards, they do stay powerful even when they're quite full. So here we are, it's a Navigator with the premium pet tools. So let's plug this machine in and get some dirt on this carpet. Right then, lads and lasses, I've done my usual of chucking a load of dirt down on the carpet. So basically this is the contents, well some of the contents of a bagged vacuum cleaner's bag. So there's a mixture of dust, pet hair, some fibres from a new rug, little bits of paper cuttings, other odds and ends, and just for further effect I've thrown down a bit of sugar and some rolled oats. So we've got a wide variety of particle sizes for the Shark to cope with, and of course we've got the dreaded pet hair, which many pet owners do struggle with removing from their carpets and upholstery. So without any further ado, we're just going to do the standard forward and backward pass through the middle of this mess, and then we'll judge the cleanness of the path I've just done. Well, as you can see, that is very impressive, as I expected it to be. There's not even really any lines. Occasionally, if you check back on some of my videos, some of the upright cleaners I've done this test with have left either a line where the belt is, or several lines where the belt guards, most upright vacuum cleaners have a belt guard grid underneath the agitator. They didn't in the old days, but they do now. This is a little safety feature. And sometimes they leave thin strips of dirt. But that is a pretty good... I didn't go very slowly, maybe a little bit slower than you would normally as you're cleaning, but considering the amount of dirt that's down on this carpet, I think you'll agree with me that that has made quite a difference. Right, I better get the rest of this cleaned up now, do a few more glamour shots for all you people that like to see dirt going up a pipe, and then we'll be seeing what else we can do with the Shark Navigator vacuum. Well, I'll go to foot of our stairs. That's an old saying. I don't know if it's from Lancashire or Yorkshire, but I am at the foot of my stairs to test how far the Shark Navigator will reach. It's something quite important to many people who have stairs. How far will their vacuum reach without them having to carry it up the stairs, which is quite dangerous sometimes and a bit awkward. And a lot of new houses, if you live in a new build, a lot of them now tend to be on 2 stories and have 2 flights of stairs, 2 or 3 stories. And so stair cleaning is quite important for many folk. So you either have the option of getting a separate little handheld unit for your stairs, or a small compact cylinder, or if you can only have space or the budget for one machine, you want an upright that will reach up to the top of the stairs. But not all of them do. And this is no exception. A little spoiler for you, I already know that it will reach up 11 stairs comfortably. The standard UK flight of stairs is about 13 stairs. So this will get up to 11 with the extension tube on, which isn't bad, but you do have to do the last few stairs some other way with a machine at the top on the landing. But you possibly could stretch it a little further, but it's 11 to be comfortable. So I'll just go up the stairs and just see how many I can reach. I know it is 11, but with the machine pulled back a bit, I might be able to reach a bit further. So actually, as you can see, the machine has tilted back now. So it is actually 12 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, sorry. I stand corrected, it is 11. It is 11 stairs, 11 standard stairs you can clean without too much difficulty using this Shark machine. It's not too heavy, it's not the lightest cleaner I've picked up, but it is possible, especially if you don't have the extension tube on. Say you have the turbo nozzle on like this, it is possible to actually hold the machine with one hand and clean with the other. If you're a big strapping lad like me, you know, built like a brick outhouse I am. Yeah, you see, I'm really an Adonis. The camera makes me look this ugly and bald, but really, if you were to see me, you wouldn't recognise me in the street. But I wouldn't speak to you anyway, I'd have dark glasses on. You know, I'm somewhat of a local celebrity. Well, I am in this house anyway. The dogs quite like me. Anyway, so that's it for stair cleaning. We'll go into the kitchen now. I'll throw a bit of muck on the hard floor and see how this copes. I don't think it does very well from what I remember, but anyway, we'll try it again, because on the hard floor setting you just have the suction only. What did I tell you? I mean, Mary does produce some absolutely lovely moist flapjacks, but there is a price to pay. She is very mucky in the kitchen, and as you can see, she's just left some sugar and some rolled oats all over this floor, which I'm going to have to try and clean up with a Shark Navigator. Also, bear in mind, before I clean up this mess, the bin, I've not emptied it since the last muck clearing up session, so it is pretty full. Not quite to capacity, but it is pretty full. I would normally empty that at this stage, but no, we're going to try and clean this mess up first. Here goes. So obviously on the hard floors we're just having suction only, the brush will not rotate. Well, one little rogue oat didn't want to commit suicide and go into the machine. It's managed to escape certain death, but unfortunately for you, little rolled oat, you are going to end up inside this shark. So there's no gritty feelings. That feels nice and smooth. So I'm really quite impressed. So I'll just clean up the other bits and pieces here, and then we'll do a quick summary. Well, that about concludes my brief demo of the Shark Navigator. This will be going on eBay shortly. It's a good machine. I'll rate it 7 out of 10. It's not perfect. Oh, and for any of you interested, it weighs approximately 7 kilograms. So it's not heavy, it's not light. It's a mid sort of weight upright cleaner. So there are lighter models you can buy if that is an issue, but there are plenty of heavier models as well. So 7 kilograms isn't bad. Gets very good reviews on the whole if you look on American websites. Again, it's not widely available in the UK anymore. Like I say, you will have the chance of owning this very model if you want it, because it's going on eBay shortly. Obviously depends on when you're watching this video as whether it's still available, but it's going to go on eBay. I'm making this video in April 2014, so if you're tuning in after that, then it'll have already gone to some other owner. The reason I'm selling it is, well, I haven't got space to have all the vacuum cleaners I'd like to have, but also I have to buy any machine you see me demonstrating. I have to buy myself, so I can't afford to keep buying these vacuum cleaners without having to get rid of some, which do help to fund future purchases. And for any of you interested, there will be quite a few new videos coming up from some future purchases I have made, including, let me think, Panasonic Icon upright vacuum cleaner, also a Ensign Stealth 1 vacuum cleaner, which is basically a Sebo X1. What else have we got? Lots of Miele, got some couple of Miele cylinder cleaners I've got to review, a Miele stick vacuum. What else? There is many others, a Karcher vacuum, it's quite a lot anyway. But in order for me to keep bringing you new content, I have to buy the machines myself. No manufacturer. I've asked Vax. No doing so far. I would like to be able to test the machines, but if Daisy doesn't... Oh, Daisy! I will be down in a moment. Little madam is wanting attention, so I'll have to go and see to her. She might want to be let out anyway. So Daisy's not appearing for any of you Daisy fans, not on this video, I'm afraid. So yes, in order for me, get back to point, in order for me to be able to buy a lot of new cleaners to test, I have to sell them, some of them. So I keep some, but I do sell quite a lot of them because as again, I don't have the room and I don't have the money to keep purchasing new ones. Any manufacturer out there, whether you're big or small, if you want to send me a sample, if you can get in touch with me via this page, I'll be happy to test them. I don't even want to keep them. You know, I'm quite happy for you to have them back. But I will have to do honest reviews, no matter, even if I get samples to keep. I'm not going to be swayed by that. I can't be bought at any price. So if there's something wrong with the machine, I will point it out. But if there's something good with the machine, I'll point that out as well. So this Navigator is going to be cleaned up. All the mess will be gone before I list it on eBay. So if you do buy it, you won't get any of this dirt with it. And as you can see, the dirt just empties quite easily at the touch this button. Hold it over the bin and then you, oops, oh, it's quite full. Had to give it a little, oh, heck. Sorry about that. Oh. Normally you should be over a bin when you do that. Anyway, so you press that down, all the muck falls out to the bin. And like I say, if it gets too full, you can access the top in order to get all the dirt out.